What's going on, guys? Gabe here with ReviewDork, and it's 2020, the year of the iPhone 12, the Samsung S20, and the floating phone. Every year, friends, family, and of course, you guys ask me, Gabe, should I upgrade? Is the iPhone worth it? Is the newest Android worth it? My answer year over year is usually no, but yes, maybe. Well, it depends. Smartphone innovation dead. This year, no. Last year, yes. Next year, possibly yes. And then we hear about this notion dubbed peak smartphone. And this is more than some cool catchphrase or something you might hear at Hooters or a hashtag, which I'm totally using in this video. Peak smartphone suggests that we have taken the smartphone to its limits, and companies like Apple and Samsung are absolutely terrified that consumers are adopting the idea that we have reached the peak of smartphones. And well, I agree, and then I don't agree. And we'll talk about that in a second. Now, proponents of peak smartphone argue that smartphones haven't changed that much since their peak period of innovation. That occurred when Steve Jobs was kicking ass and taking names, and well, the rest is history. The release of the iPhone back in 2007 changed everything, and now every smartphone's DNA can trace back to Sony. Yes, I said Sony. In February 2006, before the claimed iPhone design was conceived, Apple executive Tony Fadell circulated a news article to Steve Jobs and Jonathan Ive, including others. And in the article, Sony designer discussed Sony designs for portable electronic devices that lack buttons and other excessive ornamentations, fit in a hand, were square with a screen, and had corners, which had been rounded out. Apparently, they were worrying about your 3-year-old child stabbing themselves in the eye. The document explains an Apple industrial designer, Shin Nishibori, then mocked up the design, even using Sony's logo on the back of the CAD drawing. According to Nishibori's testimony, his design changed the course of the iPhone project and pointed it toward the iPhone of today. And who was the company that alleged that Apple stole Sony's design? Samsung. Samsung comes in with the ultimate cock block of the century, but enough on the history lesson. This is ReviewDork and not the History Channel. But the story allows us to substantiate the fact that the smartphone industry is a Me Too industry. Always has been and always will be. From Apple to Samsung to Huawei to Xiaomi, Motorola, Google, and many more. I mean, OnePlus, we could just throw it out there. But innovation has become an arms race to more RAM, CPUs, better cameras, and 5G connectivity. More glass, faster screen refresh rates, and skyrocketing prices. $1,500. You're gonna have to mortgage your house, you're gonna sell your child, a rib, a heart, a liver, something. A Samsung S20 Ultra will cost about as much as an HP Spectre X360 2-in-1 13.3-inch 4K Ultra HD touchscreen laptop with 16 gigs of RAM and 512 gigabytes of storage. I said that in one breath. Amazingly, the specs are pretty similar to the Samsung S20 Ultra, 60 gigs of RAM, and you guessed it, 512 gigabytes of storage. And because I love specs, like some of you love the hot chick on Instagram, I will be getting the Galaxy S20 on launch date. We will be doing a full review, and also we will be comparing it to the Note 10 Plus. Smartphone innovation isn't dead. Smartphone innovation is killing the PC. But here's the dirty on smartphone innovation. Apple and Samsung account for over 90% of phone sales at carriers in the US. The Google Pixel lineup accounted for 2 to 4% of sales, while OnePlus was even lower at 2.3%. And they deserve it because they made that exclusive partnership with T-Mobile. That just means that 4 to 6% of sales went to, I don't know, the guy selling Motorola and LG phones to inmates so that they can, find love on Tinder. According to Tech Insights, total for all parts and manufacturing for the iPhone 11 Pro Max was $490.50. That is 45% of the $1,099 Apple charges for the iPhone 11 Pro Max, and that's just starting. And then the same research firm concluded that the production cost of the Galaxy S10 Plus was $420, with the list price starting at $999. And we should see the same aggressive pricing model with the Galaxy S20 series and iPhone 12. Are we looking at smartphone innovation from absolutely the worst angle. Maybe it's not about high refresh rates, high megapixels, or 100 times zoom cameras because you're a perverted asshole. Could it be that smartphones are simply vessels to the future, simply glass container ships to the biggest game changer in mobile history? With the omnipresence of 5G available on nearly every device manufactured from 2020 and beyond, we're just scratching the surface on what is possible. Streaming games, movies, and more from the cloud, AI-assisted day trading with zero lag or latency. I mean, your kid could really be a day trader. And then let's talk about real-time virtual reality assistants, artificial intelligence that works harmoniously with our blazing fast chipsets. But with the internet as a repository of standards, processes, and protocols, home Wi-Fi without a cable subscription, imagine doctors able to perform open heart surgery accompanied by AI and blazing fast 5G speeds from the other side of the world. I mean, Siri and Alexa could probably be doing your open heart surgery. That's kind of wild if you think about that. That's really, really wild. Can you imagine Siri with her sexy and seductive voice saying, "Not there, not there." And then can you imagine Alexa saying, "Kill them all." The possibilities are endless, all thanks to smartphone innovation. This was a dull video, it was a boring video, and I just laughed myself to tears. Anyways, this is Gabe with ReviewDork. Hope you have a great day. Peace.